Ladies and gentlemen, let's get one thing straight. Your mind is your most powerful weapon, but for most of you, it's your biggest liability. You were not born weak, scared, or filled with doubt. Society, your family, and your own weak thinking trained you to be mediocre. The problem is not the economy, the government, or your circumstances. The problem is you and the way you think. You have been brainwashed into believing success is for the lucky, the privileged, or the naturally talented. That is complete and utter bullshit. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is your mindset. If you don't reprogram your brain, you will stay stuck in the same pathetic cycle of mediocrity, excuses, and failure. The power of your mind is limitless. But most people use it to justify why they can't succeed instead of forcing themselves to do whatever it takes. Your mind can either be your greatest asset or your worst enemy. You either control it or it controls you. And guess what? Most people let their weak, pathetic thoughts run their lives. I'm not here to make you feel good. I'm here to wake you up. If you want to change your life, you have to change the way you think. You have to train your mind to dominate, to persist, and to become a relentless force of nature. Because in this world, only the mentally strong survive. Now let's get into exactly how you can harness the power of your mind and become unstoppable. Your mind is the battlefield. Everything in life starts and ends in your mind. Every success, every failure, every limitation, it's all in your head. If you lose the battle in your mind, you lose in life, period. Most people fail before they even begin because they allow their fears, doubts, and excuses to take control. They are defeated, not by circumstances, but by their weak mental programming. Your mind is at war every single day. The war is between your old pathetic excuses and the new dominant version of yourself you need to create. If you don't consciously fight for control, the weaker part of you will win. That's why most people stay the same, because they let their mind drift into complacency. They let fear dictate their decisions. You need to declare war on weak thinking. Stop indulging in self-doubt. Stop making excuses. Start attacking your fears, your procrastination, and your laziness like a warrior on a battlefield. Every time your mind tells you, I can't, you respond with, watch me. Every time it tries to pull you back into comfort, you force yourself to push forward. The most dangerous enemy in your life is your own mind when it's not controlled. Your mind will trick you into quitting when things get hard. It will tell you that you're not good enough, smart enough, or capable enough. This is a lie. Your mind is a tool, and if you sharpen it correctly, you become unstoppable. Understand this. If you don't rewire your thinking, you will lose. Life is a constant battle of mental strength. Either you conquer your thoughts or they will conquer you. There is no middle ground. Destroy your limiting beliefs. The biggest reason most people never reach their full potential is because of the bullshit they believe about themselves. They have been told their whole lives that they are not special, that they have to be realistic, that success is for other people. And the worst part, they actually believe it. Your beliefs shape your reality. If you believe you're not capable, you will never push yourself to be more. If you believe success is for the lucky, you will never take control of your own destiny. Your mind is programmed to keep you small, weak, and afraid. Unless you actively destroy those limiting beliefs, you need to rewrite the script in your head. Every time your mind tells you, I'm not good at this, replace it with, I will master this. Every time it says, I don't know how, you say, I will find a way. You must train your mind to become obsessed with possibilities, not limitations. People will tell you to be realistic. Screw that. Being realistic is a death sentence for greatness. Every successful person had to believe in themselves before anyone else did. They had to reject the doubts, the negativity, and the limiting beliefs society tried to shove down their throats. Your brain is a supercomputer, but most of you are running on outdated software. It's time for an upgrade. Reprogram your mind to expect greatness, to demand more, and to never settle. The moment you shift your mindset, your life will follow. The power of relentless focus. Focus is the ultimate weapon of high achievers. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is simple. Successful people lock in on their goals like a heat-seeking missile and never get distracted. Meanwhile, losers are all over the place, chasing every shiny object, scrolling endlessly on their phones, and wasting time on nonsense that doesn't move them forward. Most people fail, not because they're not smart enough, but because they lack focus. They start something, get distracted, then jump to something else, and before they know it, years have passed, and they're in the same place, broke, miserable, and wondering why nothing changes. It's because they can't commit. They don't have the mental discipline to stay locked in on one thing long enough to master it. Your brain is constantly looking for distractions. Your mind wants to wander, and if you let it, you will drift away from success into a life of mediocrity. That's why you need to take control and force your focus onto what actually matters. If it doesn't move you closer to your goal, eliminate it. Focus isn't just about what you do, it's also about what you ignore. You need to ruthlessly cut out everything that steals your attention. That means eliminating toxic people, time-wasting activities, and anything that doesn't serve your mission. You don't have time for excuses, drama, or meaningless distractions. Winners obsess over their vision and let nothing get in their way. Most people quit when things get hard because they lose focus on the bigger picture. They get caught up in short-term struggles and forget why they started. If you stay focused on the end goal, no obstacle can break you. You need to keep your mind locked in no matter how difficult things get. Obsession is the price of greatness. If you want to succeed, you need to develop laser-like focus. Cut out distractions, lock in on your goal, and refuse to let anything pull you away. Because in the end, the people who dominate are the ones who stay locked in, never waver, and never quit. Your thoughts create your reality. Everything you see around you started as a thought. Every building, every business, every breakthrough, it all began in someone's mind before it became reality. Your thoughts are the blueprint of your life. If your thinking is weak, your life will be weak. If your thoughts are powerful, your life will reflect that. Most people walk around with thoughts that sabotage them. They tell themselves they can't do it, that they're not good enough, that success is for other people, and then they wonder why their life is a mess. Your thoughts are like seeds. You plant weak, pathetic thoughts, and you'll grow a weak, pathetic life. You need to take control of what's happening in your mind. You need to stop feeding yourself garbage. If you constantly tell yourself that you're a failure, you're going to act like one. But if you tell yourself that you are relentless, unstoppable, and destined for success, you will start to embody those traits. Successful people think differently. They expect to win. They don't entertain doubt, fear, or negativity. Their minds are trained to see solutions, not problems. While losers are complaining about what's wrong, winners are focused on what's possible. You become what you consistently think about. If you keep focusing on your fears, you will live in fear. If you constantly think about success, progress, and growth, that is what your life will become. Your mind is a magnet. It attracts whatever you focus on the most. Take control of your thoughts, or they will take control of you. Feed your mind powerful beliefs. focus on success, and reprogram yourself to expect greatness. Because once you master your thoughts, you will master your reality. Mental toughness is everything. Weak minds create weak lives. The difference between those who make it and those who don't is mental toughness. Life will throw obstacles at you, people will doubt you, and things will go wrong. But none of that matters if you have the mental strength to push through. Most people crumble at the first sign of resistance. They fold under pressure, make excuses, and look for an easy way out. That's why they never achieve anything worthwhile. The world doesn't reward the weak. It rewards those who are relentless, those who refuse to back down no matter what. Mental toughness means doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It means pushing through pain, rejection, and failure without breaking. It means looking at every obstacle as a test of your strength rather than an excuse to quit. Losers complain about how hard things are. Winners find a way to overcome. Pain is part of the process. The weak avoid pain, the strong embrace it. Growth comes from discomfort. Every time you push yourself beyond your limits, you become stronger. But if you back down every time things get tough, you will stay the same weak version of yourself forever. No one is born mentally tough. You build it through discipline, repetition, and refusing to give in. Every time you push past your limits, you rewire your brain for strength. Every time you refuse to quit, you develop the resilience that separates winners from losers. Mental toughness is the foundation of success. Without it, you will fail. Develop the mindset that no matter what happens, no matter how hard it gets, you will keep moving forward. Because in the end, the strongest mind always wins. Fear is a liar. Destroy it. Fear is the single biggest thing holding people back. It's a liar, a thief, and a prison. Most people spend their entire lives trapped by their fears. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of stepping out of their comfort zone. And because of that, they never reach their true potential. Fear isn't real, it's a mental illusion. It only exists if you give it power. The only reason you're afraid is because you've trained yourself to be, but guess what? Fear can be untrained. You can rewire your brain to face fear head on instead of running from it like a coward. Every time you let fear stop you, you make it stronger. Every time you push through fear, you weaken it. The key is simple. Do what scares you, and fear loses its grip on you. Successful people aren't fearless. They just refuse to let fear control their actions. They take action despite the fear, and that's what makes them unstoppable. Fear will try to trick you into staying small. It will tell you that you're not ready, that it's too risky, that you might fail. But the truth is, the only failure is not trying. Every successful person has faced fear, but they've refused to let it dictate their future. If you want to unleash your full potential, you must become fearless. You must attack fear head on, destroy it, and never let it control your decisions. Because on the other side of fear is everything you've ever wanted. The mindset of high performers. High performers think and operate differently from the rest of the world. They don't make excuses, they don't complain, and they don't wait for permission. They take control, they dominate, and they expect to win. While average people waste time, high performers focus on results. They don't care about feelings, opinions, or distractions. They are obsessed with growth, discipline, and executing at the highest level. The secret? They demand more from themselves. High performers don't settle for good enough. They push harder, train longer, and outwork everyone. They don't rely on motivation, they rely on discipline. They embrace discomfort. While others run from struggle, high performers lean into it. They know that growth comes from pain and they welcome it. They take full responsibility, no blaming, no excuses. If they fail, they own it and get better. If you want to operate at their level, you must adopt their mindset, demand more, eliminate excuses, and train yourself to be relentless. Because high performance isn't a talent, it's a choice.